Leader of the Opposition.
Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker. Honorable Deputy Speaker, honorable members of this august House, fellow South Africans watching at home, all MK commanders, cadres and ground forces, I salute you. I rise today on behalf of Umkhonto weSizwe Party, the true voice of the oppressed, the forgotten and the betrayed. Today we stand here not to decorate this chamber with empty words, but to deliver a clear message of defiance and truth. We stand in absolute rejection of vote number 1 on the presidency and the National Assembly budget. This is so because we refuse to fund lies, hypocrisy, and a failed dream. We are living in a country where the price of bread decides whether a child eats or goes to bed hungry. A country where mothers pray not for rain, but for electricity so that they can cook a simple meal. We live in a South Africa where hope is more expensive than petrol, and dreams are as empty as the dry taps in our townships and villages. Mr. Ramaphosa, the presidency we debate today is not the house of the people. It has become a fortress of a conflicted and compromised president, a president broken beyond repair, leading a nation shattered by broken promises and shattered lives. This is a president whose couch swallowed millions in foreign currency, palapa. While desperate South Africans trying to survive by selling food on street corners are harassed, chased, and arrested by police, you, Mr. Ramaphosa, hide dollars like a hustler stashing stolen goods under a mattress.
Honorable Hlophe, please take your seat. There is a point of order. Honorable Skhosana, what is your point of order?
Yeah, thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Speaker. I'm rising on Rule 84. The leader of the MKP here says the president is broken beyond repair. I don't think that is parliamentary in reference to the president.
Honorable Skhosana, honorable members, please allow me to rule. Honorable Skhosana, that is a matter of argument. It is not a point of order. Honorable Hlophe, please proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And today, we are asked to fund this office to rubber stamp this betrayal. Never, never. Mr. Ramaphosa, you claim to fight corruption, yet you are the living, breathing embodiment of corruption itself. Under your watch, South Africa has become a land of commissions of inquiry without convictions. Endless talk shops designed to pacify the public while looting continues. We talk of a conflicted president.
Honorable Hlophe, please take your seat. Honorable member, what is your point of order?
No, I'm rising on Rule 85, Deputy Speaker. The speaker on the podium intimates that the president hid stolen goods under his couch. I'm discussing a special. I would like you to rule on this matter.
Honourable members, I will refer to the unrevised Hansard and come back with a ruling on that matter. But I also, honourable members, I do want to caution you as well on both sides of the House. Honourable members, we are in a House where we allow debate, where we have freedom of speech and where we are allowed to voice our opinions. But if you do not agree, that does not mean that you have to rise on a point of order every time you don't agree with it. and it goes for both sides of the House. So, honourable members, please refrain from spurious points of order. Honourable Hlophe, please proceed.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. We talk of a conflicted president. General Mkhwana is in a revelation that should shake the foundations of this parliament, expose that the police are captured by criminal syndicates. SAPS is no longer a shield for the innocent. It has become a rented army protecting drug lords and criminal enterprises. But let us be clear, there are good men and women in SAPS, brave officers who protect our communities with integrity. These honest officers are being tarnished by a few rotten apples at the top. Recently, the head of crime intelligence and other senior officials were arrested, a sign of deep instability at the highest levels. Some even argue they were targeted for doing their jobs too well, which makes this arrest even more alarming and remarkable. The MK party stands firmly with General Mkhwanazi and all other government officials who stand for peace, justice, and the rule of law. We support those who expose the rot, no matter how high it goes. Mr. Ramaphosa, you speak of fighting corruption, yet you place your own Minister of Police on special leave instead of expelling him from the cabinet, as you recently did with regard to the DA Deputy Minister. Other ANC ministers who have damning allegations leveled against them are simply moved to different portfolios. This inconsistency reeks of selective morality. It shows that protecting your faction is more important to you than protecting the people of this country. Point of order. The late Chris once warned, I quote, "What I fear is that the liberators would emerge as elitists who will drive around in Mercedes-Benzes and use the resources of this country to live in palaces and to gather riches," close quote. Under your leadership, Mr. Ramaphosa, this fear has become our daily reality. We talk of a broken country. Empty vessels make more noise. We talk from a broken country. ESCOM is broken. Transnet is broken. Prasta rusted and dead. SAA looted into a carcass. Denel a ghost of his former self. Municipalities bankrupt and drowning in sewer. While the people cry for service delivery, Mr. Ramaphosa's government delivers only excuses and consultants' invoices. The so-called government of national unity is nothing but a government of national convenience, a marriage of political opportunists who cannot agree on basic bread and butter issues, but unite to protect their seats and their stomachs. The DA and the ANC, under your leadership, now sleep in the same bed, under the same blanket of white monopoly capital. The same DA once spat on the Freedom Charter. It now shares cabinet space and dinner tables with your ANC. You call it unity, we call it treachery. Now we hear of your so-called national dialogue. Let me tell the people of South Africa what it really is. It's not a dialogue for the nation. It is an ANC election campaign funded by the taxpayers' money. Mr. Ramaphosa, you lead today a broken ANC, a party with the lowest membership in decades, a party that has lost key metros, a party that has become a mere shadow of its once proud self. Branches are non-existent, communities are leaderless, and the people have lost faith in you. But let us be clear. Let us be clear, this is not an accident. Your handlers and puppet masters behind the scenes planned this betrayal all along. They are using you to destroy the ANC from within.
Honourable
and to
Hlophe,
hand
please
this.
take your seat. There is a point of order. Honourable DM, what is your point of order?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I was wondering if plagiarism is allowed here in the House because that's a photocopy of a speech of Honorable my man.
Honourable
Thank you.
DM, that is not a point of order. Honourable Hlophe, please proceed. Honourable Hlophe, please proceed.
Thank you very much. They are using you to destroy the ANC from within and to hand this country back into the hands of the former oppressor. The future of the black child is at stake here. As MK we say, we will not allow the soul of this country to be auctioned off to big businesses and colonial masters. We will defend that black child in the rural village, in the dusty township, in the overcrowded classroom. We will fight so that no child must choose between hunger and education, between dignity and survival. Our communities feel it every day. I met a gogo in Wembezi last month who recollects that she fetches water from a dish because the taps have been dry since October last year. In Soweto, a young mother told me that she uses paraffin because load shedding has destroyed her small catering business. The late President de Klerk once said, and I quote, "If Cyril Ramaphosa takes over and keeps his promises, things will be better," close quote. Indeed, you have taken over and you have kept your promises. Your presidential promises have become funeral songs for the living. South Africans don't want televised apologies. South Africans want jobs, water, electricity, safety, land, and dignity. They want a president who feels their pain, not one who hides behind bulletproof glass and photo ops.
Honourable Hlophe,
We talk of a
please
broken...
take your seat.
Thank you, I will.
Honourable Member, what is your point of order?
Honourable Speaker, I just wonder if Honourable Hlophe can take a question because he's
Hlophe,
speaking about
Honourable
broken
Member,
Zuma,
Honourable
broken
Member,
Hlophe, broken
Honourable Member,
MKP.
you know well that you cannot do that. Honourable Hlophe, would you like to answer a question? The Honourable Member will not answer a question. Please proceed, Honourable Hlophe.
Thank you very much. We talk of broken promises, land expropriation without compensation forgotten, free education for all forgotten, state-owned enterprises as engines of development sold off piece by piece to the highest bidder. What we have today is a captured presidency, captured by big white business, captured by billionaires who dictate policy while the poor continue to starve. Today, we are debating a budget to keep this charade alive. The National Assembly, under your watch, Mr. Ramaphosa, is supposed to be the watchdog of the executive. Instead, it has become a poodle sitting at your feet, begging for scraps of patronage. We, the MK Party, refuse to fund our own oppression. We refuse to legitimize this betrayal. We refuse to build a palace for a president while our people sleep under leaking roofs and cook on open fires. To my colleagues in this House, you stand at the fork in this road. You can choose to be complicit in the auctioning of this nation, or you can rise as true servants of the people. One, we reject a president that has become a piggy bank for the elite. We reject a parliament that has turned into a silent spectator to national decay. Honorable Deputy Speaker, the people of this country are watching. They will remember who stood with them when they were hungry, jobless, and homeless and hopeless. The MK Party will continue to fight for the South Africa where land and wealth are shared, where children drink clean water, where the lights stay on, and where the president serves, not sells, the people. Let history record We refuse to endorse these lies. We refuse to fund betrayal. We refuse to clap hands for a captured president. The MK party stands firm. I end by asking you, Mr. President, corruption is so common in this country. It happens right under your nose. The question is, why can't you see it every day? Why can't you see it every day? What is the obstruction? I end you. Thank you.
Honorable Matiasen, sorry.
Honorable Chair, this message, Mr. President, is from my township, Botshabelo, and it carries the views of our people about your presidency. We have listened to the President, the Chief Whip of the Former Liberation Movement, and some of the ministers. It seems like everyone is tired. They all look tired and defeated. Yet, these are the very people who want to persuade society that they understand what must be done to grow the economy, create jobs, and eradicate poverty. Mr. President, your 2018 State of the Nation address, in which you cited Yuma Sukela's song, Tumamina, to mobilize the resourcefulness of South Africans to volunteer their services to create a better future for all. This Tumamina train is crashing badly, head first, down the cliff. This train has taken a tumble off the cliff into a tangent, sidetracked into a deep, bottomless pit of hell. Your budget vote speech today was another repeat of hollowness, emptiness, and wallowed into nothingness, which has become the hallmark of your presidency. Mr. President, your Tumamina has now become more synonymous to your name and the failed new dawn of reforms, a fight against corruption and restoring the nation's hope during your presidency. With Tumamina, you blasphemously invoke Isaiah's prophetic conversation with God, like your predecessor who claimed that the ANC will govern until Jesus comes. You crossed the line. How blasphemous. Indeed, you ask to be sent to deliver on your promises of being a trusted servant. Instead of taking us to Nineveh, where are you taking us to, Mr. President? You are choosing to take us to Tarshish. How voters responded to your deceitful and cunning detour in your presidential journey. They punished you and your party for betraying the trust and breaking your promises of a better life. This was clear sign that you asked, you were given, and went your way with your criminal network syndicates. What has your presidency delivered? Collapsed economy, destroyed by ESCOM and load shedding, junk status, corruption, cronyism, violent crimes, abuse of drugs, rising levels of unemployment amongst the youth, high cost of living, chronic poverty amongst the poor, and widening inequalities. More than 12 million people are unemployed. More than 28 million people depend on social grants, not by choice, but because their government has failed them. Violent crimes has become part of our daily lives. Daylight robberies, cash in transit haste, and killing are now woven into the fabric of South Africa. Ha batho ba re ho wena o palletswe o hlolehile ibile Zuma o na le betere o tsebe hore o hlolehile le ka nnete mogalajo o pallwa ke Zuma. You're often credited as a humble leader. Mr. President, too much humility renders a person gullible, indifferent, aloof and divorced from reality, and distant from the suffering and the vulnerable. You will be remembered as worse president, worse than your predecessor. This will be your legacy. This is how you shall be remembered. You had ample opportunities to redeem yourself, but failed. In all cases, you are like a discredited biblical Babylonian figure called Balzara, who went on a drinking spree, feasting and drinking with the underworld criminal syndicates and drug cartels, with the money looted and laundered by your comrades, associates, and criminals like Vusimuzi Ket Matlala and his types, when the poorest of the poor are dying from hunger. Mr. President, we have lost all the sanctity of a man who can be trusted, of moral high ground and ethical leadership. Your leadership has become tested, weighed, and found wanting. Your legacy will be the privatization of strategic functions of state-owned enterprises. You have handed over the core functions of roads construction, ports, rail, and energy to the friends, families, cronies, and even criminal syndicates. That is why a member of the Freedom Front Plus stands here and lectures us about BEE, transformation, and the transfer of wealth from minority whites who benefited from apartheid to the majority of our people. It is not true that you are privatizing Eskom, Transnet, Prasa, Dinel, and other state-owned enterprises because the private sector has got no money. They do not have money. This is a tactic by the bullying DA that supervises and leads the collision between the D and the ANC that tells the private sector to come and invest without taking any risk because government carry all the risk. That is what your Minister of Finance has said every time he tabled his many budgets. This bubble built on falsehood will blow up one day. It was in these hollowed walls in 2015, faced with scandals after scandal, when your predecessor was described as a constitutional delinquent and a social scum, that you defended him. And you have got the courage and audacity to remind us of how bad he was, yet you are part of his administration. Why? You and him are birds of the same feather. Jalle, ek moet vir jou sê, as 'n kwessie aan die saak van 'n soort soek soort, aan een perd se prys. President, you want the people of South Africa to believe you are dealing with crime and corruption. Yet, the head of the NPA, Advocate Batoyi, who has now been in office for almost 7 years and should be retiring next year, unless you extend a term of office for another 2 years, just told the nation that NPA is captured by people working to undermine its effort. We wrote to you, President, and said that despite our usual criticism of commissions of inquiry, this case made by Advocate Batoyi was a case in point for you to act and appoint a commission of inquiry, but you did nothing. We do not blame those who now say that you are part of a very criminal syndicate. They are busy investigating because to many South Africans, they cannot see the difference between the criminals and yourselves. Finally, President.
Honorable Matiase, please take your seat.
No, Chair,
Honorable Dagmo.
thank you very much. My point of order is very simple. The honourable member basically said, referring to the President, that you are part of a criminal syndicate. That is clearly impacting on the integrity and against the rules of this House. We all know if you're making such an allegation, you must bring a substantive motion. So I would ask you to ask the honourable member to withdraw.
Okay, honorable members, I do not need your assistance. I heard Mr. Matiase, he said we do not blame those. He did not directly say that he is part of the syndicate. So please continue, Honorable Matiase.
Finally, President, women and children are dying every day. Parents are killing their own children. Siblings are killing one another. And on top of that, criminals are killing our people. Your presidency has failed to decisively deal with violent crimes, and women and children are suffering. We talk about Kwekwe and many other children whose parents have lost faith in your presidency and the state you lead. You are protecting criminal syndicates, Mr. President.
Order.
ANC,
Order.
ANC members have come here to pontificate.
Honorable Matiase, please take your seat.
Thank you, Chair. It's a similar point, and I'm not sure, Chair, if you heard that. When you use the words "you are protecting," that is an issue of an accusation of criminality, similar to the first one that I raised, which I think, Chair, you didn't hear, because he did, after that comment that you made previously, he did then go on to say you are part of a criminal syndicate. That's not political debate. That's a serious allegation which impugns integrity, and we all know if you make an allegation, you must bring a substantive motion. I appeal to you, Chair. We cannot allow that in this House.
Okay. I hear you, Honorable Dagmo, but on the first matter, I think I have hold on that one. Can Honorable Matiase please refrain from saying anything that, no, do not assist me. Do not assist me. Do not assist me. Do not assist me. I am very well capable of making a decision, so do not assist me. Refrain from pointing at a member of this House and saying they are part of criminal syndicates. And in this point, you did say that. Can you please withdraw?
Honorable Chair, I thought Honorable Cameron is
Matiase?
English, speaks English. And the you that I made use of is in plural, not in singular.
No.
It's in plural, not
you
in
said,
singular.
Mr. President,
I thought he's an Englishman, understand English better than I do.
Mr. Matiase, you said, Mr. President, you. So can you please withdraw that?
The you I use is in plural.
Honorable
It's not in
Matiase,
singular.
please withdraw.
I withdraw.
Thank you very much.
ANC members have come.
Honorable
following-
Matiase, can you please take your seat again? Honorable Skosana? Use the other mic.
Chair, thank you. Chair, what I'm raising to you now is that when Honorable Doug Moore raised his hand, he never quoted any rule. But when it comes to some of us, you want the rule. Is that fair, Chair? No.
Honorable Skosana, Mr. Dagmore did quote actually on the rules and said that a member was casting aspersions. When you quoted a rule at that time, you quoted the wrong rule, which did not speak anything about the Guptas. So can we please proceed? Honorable Matiase, please proceed.
Thank you so much, Honorable House Chair. ANC members have come here falling over each other, pontificating about the destruction of state-owned enterprises under his rule of 31 years and blame it on honorable members of MK who were legitimately deployed as deployed cadres of the ANC. Who must take the blame for that rubbish? Than the ANC itself. Honorable Mhlauli falsely accuses the EFF for not knowing the law. It was both in our media statements we released and the letters we wrote to the president, cautioning him about the decision he took to appoint Professor Kashalia, that he quoted the wrong constitutional section, and we wanted to tell him that Section 98 cannot apply in the appointment of Professor Kashalia, and the president was ill-advised and misapplied himself to hurriedly put Mr. Mkhunu on paid leave and appoint his friend, Professor Kashalia. Neither Section 91, subsection 3C applies in the fracas, in the fiasco that the president has created. Lastly, you are making mockery, Mr. President, of supreme sacrifices of more than 360 years of struggles, gallant struggles against apartheid colonialism. Mr. President, you are a disgrace. Do an honorable thing.
Order.
Hang your head in shame and resign to salvage the little of what remains from your diminishing.
Honorable Matiase,
Of your
can you
diminishing.
please take a seat?
Please keep time because I've
Take
got
a
1 minute.
seat. No, your time has been paused. Honorable member,
I don't think it's parliamentary for the member to say the president is disgrace. He must withdraw. Thank you.
honorable members, honorable members, honorable members, I want us to do this. We debate in this house, right? The deputy minister of the ANC came here and said to the MK, the judge in Tonton was a disgrace. You kept quiet, you didn't raise a point of order. It can't, it must go either way. So, in that, it is a point of debate. Continue, Honorable Matias.
I want to repeat.
Order.
Mr. President, you are a disgrace.
Order.
Hang your, do an
Honorable
honorable thing.
Matias, can you please take a
Order.
seat? Honorable TM.
Honorable
No,
House
it's not.
Chairperson, I want to raise an order on you. One, you can't expect the ANC to call an order on behalf of MK, as you are saying. And here, we are not following feelings or whatever, we're following the rules of Parliament. Now, we of the ANC,
Honorable members, members from the MK, can you please keep quiet?
we of the ANC picked up that the honorable member on the podium said what he said. So you cannot prejudice us for what they did not pick up, Bona. So we're raising a point of order on what the honorable member is saying, and it is unparliamentary. Thank you very much.
And unfortunately, that word disgrace is not in the unparliamentary book. So you can go and check it out, rephrase yourself, and put more information on that. It is not there. So
You should
I will
have not
allow
said what you said.
Honorable,
You must withdraw.
Honorable TM, I will not allow you to do that. Honorable Mahambe Khala, I will not allow you to do that. I have ruled on this member. You see, when you throw other things on other people, you must accept the same thing as well. It can't be that when you throw them and then you don't accept them back. You can't be thin-skinned when it comes to such debates. And I have ruled on that matter. Oh, continue, Honorable Matias.
I want to repeat. Mr. Ramaphosa, you are disgraced. You must
Honorable
resign.
Matias,
Hang your head in shame to salvage the remaining integrity that you still have, because you are the face of the misery the nation tries to escape from. You are a nightmare that our people cannot come to terms with. Mr. President, 12 years ago when we decided to leave the ANC for EFF, we took a conscious decision that there shall be no reconciliation between the EFF and the ANC, because the ANC has betrayed the cardinal commitment that it would bring genuine, meaningful economic freedom in our people. Not the rubbish that you go up and day and in, trying to tell the people that you are busy and you are busy for nothing. And we want to state here for now that the EFF rejects this budget vote, and we reject it with the contempt it deserves. Thank you.
Hello Mzansi, welcome to Mkosa Mzansi. If today is your first time visiting this channel, please do the right thing and click the subscribe button, and also don't forget to smash the like button. I batsidi behle bantu sona Ramaphosa lapha parliament, and the good thing ukuthi naye he was there, or utivele naye ngemlomo wakhe bamtshela how useless he is, how much of a puppet he is, nangokuthi he can make his own decisions. Nali speech because khuluma laphana bekasifunza phansi bambhalele sona kakhona ukucabangela even Zuma was far better than him. Mama, bra bamtshele tonke letinto leti phambi kwakhe emehlweni akhe utilalele naye wativela babathe hayi madam speaker bathi bamkhotha that person ngokuthi hayibo don't disrespect president like that waqhubeka wayifunza indzaba yakhe wathi vele you are so useless wena and he's so useless kesana very very much useless. So people are saying ukuthi vele indzaba ya Ramaphosa la South Africa kahlahle nje ayikho. He's the most useless president we've ever had. Uyabhetha nje nakafuseka akaphuma akakhishwe. He can't make his own decisions. Yonke into la ikhulumako as a president bambhalela yona bamvunzela yona. He's a puppet. Please do comment what you think below down in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I upload a new video. This is the end of my video. I'm signing out. Goodbye.